yield with grace, or oppose with firmness. Let me give all this to you again. Those of you that have this kind of mind, you will shout over this. Deliberate with caution, but act with decision. Let me get that to you again, because I want you to write that down. That's going to be somebody's status for the day. That's going to be somebody's meditation for the day. This is going to be somebody's hope today, that this is really going to make you really think and rethink some decisions that you made. It's going to make you go back and look at some things that you've done. Number one, deliberate with caution, but act with decision. Underneath that, I want you to write, yield with grace, oppose with firmness. Okay? Now I'm saying that because the essence of thinking is discovering, picturing, examining worst case scenarios. Did y'all hear what I just said? The essence of realistic thinking is discovering, picturing, and examining the worst case scenario. So I ask myself questions all the time, especially when I deal in business. What if I fall short of the projections? What if my revenue is not what I need for it to be? What if I don't win the account? What if my best player gets hurt? What if the market goes up? What if the volunteers quit and nobody shows up? I think you get the idea of what I'm saying here. The point that I'm trying to make for those of you that's not with me is that you need to think about worst case possibilities, whether you're running a business, leading a department, pastoring a church, coaching a team, or even planning your future. Your goal isn't to expect the worst, but you should be ready for the worst in case it comes. Remember, I said earlier, always expect the unexpected. That way, you give yourself the best chance for a positive result, no matter what. Apostle Resto, thank you for what you sent me. I'm going to give you a call today when I'm on my way to work. My son Kyle is on here. I love you, son, and I'm praying much for you. Amen. Kyle lost his grandmother on yesterday, so can y'all send my son some love, please? I greatly appreciate it. He's my eldest son. Amen. So I want y'all to send him some love. If y'all to say something to him, I greatly appreciate it. Him and my daughter Shanice, I'm praying very much for them. Amen. Kyle, you'll need to go back and watch this entire video. It will help you in your dream and your passion and vision of where you're trying to go. You must make sure, hear me very carefully, please hear me. You got to make sure that you are thinking worst case scenario. You got to know. I say it every day. I'm running a business. I'm doing all that I can do. And can I tell you something? As much as I love winning, I also got to say to myself, what am I going to lose? Sometimes losing is winning, but hear me, you're going to feel a loss. Did y'all hear what I just said? I'm telling you now, my heart has been broken ever since the Steelers lost to the Jags. Did y'all hear what I said? Because I wanted the Patriots to play the Steelers. But they had to understand losing Harrison cost them this season. Did y'all hear me? Sometimes you got to look at the pro and cons. Sometimes it's better to pay to know I got a better chance of winning down the road than me sitting up being cheap and I lose all the way around. Y'all miss what I just said. You got to know, no matter what, that you got to continue to action where you need to be. What we like to think of ourselves and what we really have is really much in common. Can I close right here? What is your natural bent? What is your natural bent? Benita, you already know I got my hat. You already know I'm smashing Patriots. You already know I'm TB12. Yes. Optimism or realism? Let me ask you. Is your natural bent optimism or realism? And some of you right now can identify because this best describes you. I don't engage in realistic thinking. That's what some of you are saying right now. I don't like realistic thinking. That's what you're saying right now. I would let somebody else do the realistic thinking for me. I'll do the realistic thinking before I get in trouble. Some of you say, I'll encourage my key leaders to do that. Realistic thinking is the foundation of my business. These statements that I just made to you all were statements that I use as my growth in my realistic thinking. And the lower the number of the statements that I would pick, the more I needed to grow in my realistic thinking. This is where I'm going to leave you today. A man who is prepared has battle half fought. That's where I'm leaving you at today. The man. Don't look at an agenda. I'm talking to women too. The man, the woman who is prepared has his battle half fought. Yes. The man, the woman who is prepared has already won half the battle. Because your thinking simplifies the difficult. I hear you, Holy Ghost. It simplifies the difficult by breaking things down into the manageable sizes to help you simplify everyday life. I do that in everything I do with systems, how I work, how I move, how I shift in anything that I do. They'll tell you, I got people in here that work with me in the secular world. They'll tell you I'm very, very close attention to detail. When I lean in, I lean totally in on that. I don't allow distractions to come up against me when I'm working because, hear me, I simplify the difficult. Sometimes the difficult is learning how to stay focused. Did y'all hear what I said? I'm learning how to keep not only the main thing, I'm trying to keep my mind higher than what I see around me. It's fine if you choose to move to a different sphere. But don't think you'll smear it and think that I'll be okay with it. And God taught me, instead of being angry, use that to your advantage to make sure that you are thinking higher and keep your thoughts on me. There's a song that said, just forget about yourself. Concentrate on him and worship him. I don't know if y'all ever heard that song before, because that's a hymn. And I always make myself learn how to simplify my difficulties. And my last point for the day, strategic thinking makes you always ask the right questions. In order to break down complex, in order to break down very difficult issues, and to begin formulating a strategic plan, this is what you should say. What is my next step? Do I have the right people in the right positions of responsibility? What is it going to cost me? Can I afford it? Did y'all hear what I just said? It's amazing. You ask for something, give you what you want, still mad. That's because strategic thinking, you have to ask the right questions. What is it going to cost you? Can we afford it? Is this going to help me? Is this going to strengthen me? I'm learning how to keep my mind on autopilot. Did you hear what I said? I'm learning to keep my mind on autopilot because I have to think strategically in how to deal with situations. I have to be strategic in what I say, what not to say. You might be bothering people on the wrong day, and they got something going on that you don't even realize they got going on. You got to count it. You got to be able to deal with it. You got to be able to see it. Saturday in the Night of Glory service with Apostle David Dwayne Windfall Pittman and Sheila Josie Favor Pittman. sitting in that room and hearing God move the way that he did, he said something when I right before I sat down, and he said, strategic thinking is knowing how to sow into ground that you want to walk on. Some of you right now that's listening to me, have you ever saddled your dreams before you ever wrote them? Y'all ain't listening to me. Saddle your dreams before you ride them. Yes, God. Saddle your dreams before you ride them. I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. I'm gonna get in trouble. Saddle your dreams before you ride them. And when you learn where it starts in your mind, strategically, how am I gonna get there? I see myself already with the key. I see me turning the ignition. I see myself in the outfit. Let me see if I can talk to y'all real quick. Please, 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 please. The Lord showed me an Audi 8, black, neo-Italian leather. Everything in it that I want. That's what my thought I want. Strategically, God began to show me how I'm going to get it. Then he showed me, before I put it on the road, he saw me what I'm going to be wearing. Y'all missing me. Are y'all catching what I'm saying? I see when I'm in there, I'm going to tell him I need the key ring that says Audi. I need a hat that says Audi. I need a jacket that says Audi. He showed me what I'm going to have on all the way down to the shoes and socks. I can tell y'all that right now, but I don't want to appear falucinated, so I don't want to do that. And hear me, while I'm in it, I see where I'm going. I can see myself with the dual sunroof. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all call them moon roofs, but back in our day, we called them sunroofs. I get in trouble all the time because I say gym shoes when depending on where you go, different region, they say tennis shoes or sneakers. Just depends on what you say. Just like I say pop, people say soda. You know, it just depends on where you're from. I'm from the north. Y'all pray for me. But here's the question. Can you see yourself in something before you get it? Did y'all hear what I just said? I'm speaking prophetically to somebody that's listening to me. God said, saddle your dreams before you ride it. Some of us don't want to wait the process. So because it doesn't look the way that I see it, I give up on it. Y'all missed it. I know this is the right thing for me, but because I don't like the parameters of what it looks like, then I'll just give it up because it ain't what I think it is. So a lot of us have an illusional mindset on something that God said, I'm giving this to you, but can you wait? The Bible says, wait for it. Write the vision, make it plain. So hear me, just because I gave it to you don't mean that you're automatically going to walk in it. Sometimes you got to wait. Jacob had to wait years before he can get the wife that he was supposed to get. Did y'all hear what I said? Some of us right now, we're looking for some stuff, but we can't see ourselves because we don't like the X factors that's involved in that particular situation. But God told me to tell you, saddle your dreams before you ride them. Saddle your dreams before you ride them. In fact, come back with me tomorrow. I'll have a whole nother set of rules for you to know how to do it. God bless you. And God is getting ready to do something great. God bless you. Have a good day.